I don't think people quite understand how monumental and straight radical this update was to the game. So I'm gonna straighten that out. Minecraft version 1.16 introduced so many new things that I might actually have to refresh my mind. So just give me a second here. Here it is. People might call some stuff that was introduced here controversial or downright blasphemous, but over time everyone has kind of warmed up to the stuff here and is generally viewed as a good update. Okay, what was actually introduced here? Well, for starters, we got 4 new biomes. Gone are the days with the endless wastelands of old, and in with the vibrant and various biomes of the new. Crimson Forest biome is kinda the basic bitch though. It just exists to look good, but hey, I don't complain about those. Dark Forest, besides having really good planks for building in BTE, are also the place where speedrunners would go for a while because of the massively increased spawn rate of Endermen. I don't know if this was the intention, but the terrain here is much more hilly than its Crimson counterpart. I've always been preaching this for a long time. Blue beats Crimson, like in Terraria, but here as well. Soul Sand Valley is a pain in the ass when it comes to skeletons and whatnot, but I like the fossils for the free bone meal when I can't be fucked to build a mob grinder yet. But sure, yeah, some colored air and funky blocks can be cool, but I know you want to hear about the big ones. There was this new addition that was so controversial that people to this day still debate whether or not it was a good idea to introduce this war crime in the first place. Zombie pigmen were removed. I never really understood why people said this. It's not like the whole concept of zombie pigmen was removed. They kinda just reworked them into being better mobs while coincidentally changing their names. This is going to be a shock to some of you, but it's the same fucking mob! To the people that say that they are different because of a new skin, eat a fat ass cock! Literally everything changed their textures during the 1.14 update. Does that mean that everything was a new block?
No, fuck no.
Go cry about it, dickwads. I'm gonna get back to the negatives a little later, but for now, let's enjoy some more positive things. Bastions are the brand spanking new structures in this version, and I think that they kick fucking ass! They basically give the players a completely new reason to explore the Nether. Now, instead of suffering to find some goddamn fucking ender pearls, I swear to God, all these endermen disappear when I need them, can now just show up to them like they're fucking dream, treat some stuff and call it a day. I could go on forever with all these new decoration blocks and how fucking fun they are to use in new builds, but seriously, does anyone really want me to talk about polished blackstone stairs?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Striders are cool, I guess. Seriously, now I'm just beating around the bush. Let's talk about Netherite. So this is the update that infamously broke the, at that point, 13-year-old tradition of the material advancements. Now, diamonds aren't the strongest material, but Netherite. When this update initially dropped, everyone went fucking berserk because how could they have changed something so fundamental about Minecraft? The thing that I ask myself is, why were people so critical about it? Myself included. It's not like diamonds still weren't your strongest set until much later on when you would spend dozens of hours trying to find enough Netherite debris for a full set of gear and armor. Oh yeah, did I mention that these things are hard as balls to find? Yeah, you gotta be mega rich in order to afford enough TNT to dig out a substantial amount of these little fuckers. Like in hindsight, I have no fucking clue why everyone went apeshit over this. You literally have more stuff to do. The only minus that I will give them, however, is that diamond souls still look better than Netherite in my opinion. Yeah, there's also all of this that was added, but I can't be bothered to read most of that out, since these things are either bug fixes or some minor stuff that isn't really interesting. Instead, how did the community act when this update dropped? The community before this largely returned to farm with the addition of Minecraft 1.13 with the massive influx of the veteran players. So there wasn't any groundbreaking shift when it came to this update. Except that yes, there fucking was! Because people were begging for years to get some type of Nether update because even in 1.15 it still looked like this! So when this update dropped, safe to say that people party like there was no tomorrow. I mean metaphorically, most of the player base doesn't go to party, so they just sat in their 10 square foot room and silently celebrated. Bruh. I mean it's obvious now that Minecraft decided to switch to thematic updates like the aquatic update, village and pillage update, caves and cliffs, and this one, rather than the old updates where you would get a bunch of random ass blocks and call it a day. Although I'd say that this made updates much more predictable in what they were gonna introduce, thus making them less interesting. I mean, I gotta give the update applause for attempting to radically change the status quo. That was a bold move from Microsoft, Mojang, to completely change what was so familiar to us old asses for so long. So, did this update actually do anything bad in retrospect? To be honest, I don't think it did. Obviously, in the heat of the moment and the initial chaos that proceeded immediately after the update released, everyone has no clue what the fuck fuck they were doing and were just working off an instinctual way of thinking. So it's no surprise that when it's all said and done, a bunch of people were like, hold up, maybe I was talking out of my ass for the last few weeks. Maybe this update is an actually good update. Yeah, I find it hard to believe that an update can go from mixed opinions to straight infatuation so quickly.